Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your March 2022 mid-month general readings. We are looking at the last 2 weeks of March, and this reading is for the air sign of Libra. Welcome, everyone. As always, I hope you're all doing well. And as always, a note of gratitude before we begin for all of your likes, shares, subscribes, donations, feedback, comments. Those of you who reach out for personal readings, grateful for every bit of it. Thank you. Okay, Libra, this reading is for you for the last 2 weeks of March 2022. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Libra. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Libran. It's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. Of course, it's a general reading. So if you know all of your signs, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, watch them all because they can bring in little additional bits of insight and perspective into whatever's going on in your life. And if you find that something does resonate with you enough that you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, maybe take a deeper look at something for yourself, or as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I can usually respond within the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, and you can also get that same contact info by clicking the description link below. Okay, Libra. Let's see what the last 2 weeks of March look like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with Legacy of the Divine. We begin, I think Taurus had this too, we begin with an ending, death, which represents a final ending or complete and utter transformation, which is pretty much the same thing, yes? With the Ace of Cups, new emotional beginnings, emotional renewal. The beginning of self-love, self-worth, self-value. Next, we have the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Showing up as a queen, could be a male as well, though this is a general reading. This might be somebody who's relevant in your life somehow, or it could be your energy too, the Queen of Water, the Queen of Emotion. Balanced, intuitive, emotionally intelligent, sensitive. With the Ten of Cups, the Happy Home card. Tens represent cycle ending, cycle fulfillment, coming full circle. Home, family, harmony, balance, marriage, children. Next we have the Page of Cups, my flirtatious page, but also messages, conversations, which are driven by interest, love, support, encouragement, messages. With the Seven of Wands, defensive, protective, guarding, not willing to give up that which you have a lot invested in. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus for the last 2 weeks of March is the Ace of Swords, an epiphany, sudden illumination, answers. Seeing something for the reality of what it is, which, if you don't like the reality of what it is, gives you the opportunity to create healthier, to make changes and choices in your life to create a healthier reality of yourself. It's also a card of success that comes from clear sight and epiphanies. I'm just going to take a look at the next card, King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I feel like there is the King of Fire. Maybe about the King of Fire. This feels relationship oriented for many of you. Let's clarify that overall energy. Ace of Swords, King of Wands. For some reason, I feel like this Queen of Cups is you, Libra. I don't know if it's a cuspy energy or you have a lot of water in your natal chart, or this is how you're manifesting in relationship life, because I feel like this has got something to do with your relationship life. Love and romance, perhaps. Clarify overall energy. Ace of Swords, King of Wands. Queen of Cups again. And the World, major endings, the last major arcana card in the tarot. We start, the tarot starts off with the Fool, who has the 0 at his card. So this is where the whole journey of life begins, or certain important aspects or chapters of our life. That's what all the cards after the Fool and the Tarot are about. Learning, changing, growing, and evolving, succeeding, failing, learning, all of that. Until we get to the last major arcana card, the World. It's a card of graduation, of moving on, of moving up into a whole new landscape full of new opportunities and options. This feels like somebody had a major epiphany about a relationship connection of some kind. It might not be love and romance for some of you. I think for many of you it is. And you're like, nope, either this ends or has to undergo a complete and total transformation, because quite simply, I deserve better. I'm worth more. Clarify death. The Six of Swords, healing, leaving it behind you. Moving slowly but surely into a place that is more peaceful, balanced, and serene. It's transitional, meaning you've left the worst behind you. You're not quite to the other shore and on solid ground yet, but you're definitely moving towards that. Because of an ending needs to happen. Clarify the Ace of Cups. The Hermit. The Hermit can represent walking a solitary path, and if this is leaving a relationship, you probably will be doing that at least for some time. But the Hermit is also about learning from past mistakes. The Hermit is about using your experiences to gain wisdom, right? The Hermit, sometimes when I look at the Hermit, I'm reminded of something I tell my grown children sometimes, and they say, oh, Mom, you have so much wisdom. I'm like, my wisdom of my maturity comes from the stupidity of my youth, right? This is about learning from, all of your experiences and struggles and triumphs and failures and all of that kind of stuff, so that we don't repeat the same mistakes moving forward, right? And that pairs beautifully with the Ace of Cups, because this is like, I know what I'm worth. My heart is beginning to open up. I'm seeing my own self, my own value, beauty, what I'm worth. Ace of Wands, new beginnings. Clarify Queen of Cups. The Four of Wands, also one of the happy home cards, because the Queen of Cups comes with that Ten of Cups as well. Happy home, marriage, children, celebratory activities that include friends and family. And the Five of Cups, a card of regret, sorrow. Clarify Ten of Cups. The Empress and the Eight of Cups, leaving, walking away. That's clarifying the happy home. It feels like here, Libra, first of all, this feels almost exclusively like a relationship issue, a relationship situation. And it feels like you made some decisions in the past for a relationship that didn't reflect what you really need, want, deserve, and are equitable with your own value as a human being. You compromised yourself past the point I think that was healthy for you or was right for you. And perhaps you did it out of love, but it feels like you've come to a point, maybe something's happened where all of a sudden you're seeing things in stark reality, and you're like, this can't continue. I need more. I deserve more. My value requires me to have better, right? And it's not that perhaps the person you're with is, it's not a I'm better than you sort of thing. I think you regret here making decisions that didn't reflect what you actually deserve as this Empress, right? Abundance, care, love, nurturing. And of course, we always need to be the thing that we want to attract as well. But I think there's regret here about decisions you made around home, family, relationship here. And I think you're saying no more. Either this has to end. Either this is ending completely, or it has to undergo a complete and utter transformation, because as it is, and nothing in between will be enough, right? Let's clarify the Page of Cups. Feels here with the Page of Cups and the Seven of Wands like whoever the other person is doesn't want to let go. Page of Cups. The King of Wands, again, this may be the other person, representative of the other person that you're in a relationship with. The King of Fire, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or somebody who's showing up that way. The Ten of Cups again, the Happy Home card again. The Three of Cups, friendship, kindred spirits, having a really good time together. I think this is somebody who does not want to let go, who's saying, but we have a home, but we have this life, but we have such a great time together. Clarify Seven of Wands. The Ten of Swords, a painful ending, surrendering to a painful ending. The Eight of Coins, putting in the work, the dedication and the work to it. This feels like somebody who has said, okay, I'm done, I'm out. This isn't, I love you, but this isn't good for me. This isn't, I need more, I want more, I deserve more, I'm worth more, right? Sounds like a Virginia Slims commercial, right? But that's what I'm getting here. And the other person is going, oh, wait a minute. It may be that they are saying that I don't want this to end, and I'm willing to put the work in. I know we can work this out. And fair enough. People can have epiphanies. The older we get, the less it happens, and completely and utterly transform something unhealthy into something healthy. Both parties, of course, have to be willing to do whatever it takes to do that, which is why it doesn't happen very often, but it does happen sometimes. It could here for some of you, right? That's what I'm getting from the gist of this reading, that somebody doesn't want to let go. And we're only looking at a short period of time, a 2-week period of time. This is obviously a fluid situation. But I'm going to leave it there because, I feel like we've said what we needed to say here. That's what's going on for the last 2 weeks of March. Let's wrap it up by asking Spirit for advice, guidance, feedback, or final messages for Libra for the last 2 weeks of March. What should Libra do or contemplate? The Page of Cups. So this is about engaging in conversation. The Seven of Coins, taking a look at what you have invested in something in order to be able to make decisions, taking stock, taking inventory. The High Priestess, trusting your intuition, though, that gut instinct that tells you what you need to do and what you don't need to do. Listening to that, not overriding or over-compromising yourself and what you know to be your truth and what you need, like you have in the past. The Three of Coins in reverse, which is interesting because I feel like it's saying engage in open dialogue with this person. But the Three of Coins is a card in the upright position. It represents compromise and negotiation, but it's coming in the reverse in the position of advice. So this is about, your bottom line. Don't back down from whatever your bottom line is. Death is next. Death again. There needs to be, right? So the relationship, the situation, the partnership as it has been cannot continue anymore. It either needs to end and you both go your separate ways, or there needs to be a complete and utter transformation and nothing in between. Spirit is saying nothing in between is acceptable. And not in a, machismo, my way or the highway, but this is about whatever your bottom line is, whatever your truth is in this relationship. Do not compromise that. Engage in dialogue, but don't back down from what it is that you know that you need and that you're worth, and that is good and right for you. Pretty kind of black and white hard line there. Okay, Libra, those are your messages for the last 2 weeks of March. I hope that you found them helpful and useful. Again, if any of this resonated with you enough that you'd like to reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, maybe take a deeper look at something, feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be happy to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the April general readings. Stay safe and well until then. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.